Welcome back.
Hey,
I'm Stacy,
and I'm Stephanie,
and this is Cooking Times 2.
So now we're going to do dessert, okay? Strawberry shortcake is one of the summer's favorite desserts. Get your strawberries, clean them, cut them in half. Get you some sugar. Now I'm using this organic sugar.
Let's look at it.
It's
different looking.
It's a little bit different looking. It's not pure white because it's not been bleached, which is part of the organic part. I'm glad they're not chemically treating it. I'm going to put about a tablespoon and a half of sugar in these berries. And then we're going to put a little bit of water in them. We're going to set them in the refrigerator for a few hours. So I'm going to do that. And they're going to make some more juice. Because you want to have a little juice on your shortcakes. So when you stir them up, mash them a little bit. You can even get a potato masher if you want to get real aggressive.
We'll do that after they set.
Yeah, we'll do that later. So we're going to set these in the refrigerator and let them juice a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on to making the shortcakes. Okay.
All right.
Now, Bisquick has the best, easiest recipe for strawberry shortcakes. And I make the one that are individual cakes. This recipe will make 6 individual cakes. So you take 2 1/3 cup of Bisquick.
And measuring's not that important, I reckon, in the
No, it's not.
Spill it all.
It is, but I mean, I'm basically getting what I need in there. And then this measuring cup has the measurements for 1/3 and 1/4 and all that on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So we've got 2 1/3 cup of Bisquick. Now we're going to take some milk, and we're going to do a 1/2 cup. Okay? 1/2 cup of milk. I'm using whole milk here today. You do not have to use whole milk. You can use whatever you want. Okay? And then we're going to put in, now the recipe on Bisquick says 3 tablespoons of sugar. I make this all the time. That is too much sugar.
You just put sugar in it.
No, I put sugar in the strawberries.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Instead of 3?
Instead of 3.
Okay.
Because I made it like that with 3 before. It was way too sweet. Because once you add the strawberries with the sugar, you've got so much sugar. So I'm cutting that down by 1 tablespoon. And then, if you want to pause it in just a second, I've got to melt 3 tablespoons of butter, and then I'll be back. So I melted 3 tablespoons of butter in the microwave, and I'm going to pour this into my mix, and we're going to stir it up. There's nothing fancy about this mix. It's already got all the baking powder and things in it that you need. That's one reason I really like Bisquick. Oh, did you know there is a gluten-free Bisquick? For those of you guys who are gluten sensitive, you need to go ahead and try it. The recipe's on that box. I mean, you've got biscuits you can make. You've got pancakes, waffles, all kinds of things you can make with this gluten-free mix. So give it a try. All right, we're getting this all mixed up here.
Let's see how it looks.
It needs a little more moisture. So I'm thinking I might just add a dab more milk. You know, you can kind of do that sometimes when you make a recipe often enough and you just know something's not quite right. You want to go ahead and add a little more moisture. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is going to look real doughy when you're done.
And when you do add something to it that's moist, don't make it water unless it already has water in it.
Yeah.
It needs to be either a little bit more of an egg or a little bit more butter or a little bit more milk.
Okay, so.
Or oil.
Yeah, actually the oil, I put that out there. I have used oil in it instead of butter. But I am using butter today. Okay, that's why that was out there. So, whatever.
Okay, what does that look like when it's ready to?
It just looks like dough, almost like a pie dough. Okay, but it's not crumbly. It's more moist and gooey. Okay, so we're gonna make.
Now let's get it on film here. There you go.
Okay, we're gonna make 6 little round bundles, and this is what your little shortcakes are gonna look like when they go in the pan. I line my pan so I don't have to put oil on it. I line my pan, but if you don't line it with parchment paper, You can spray it with Pam or whatever you use. These little cakes, they look small, but they will bake up and be bigger. So you should be able to get 5 or 6, depending on how big you make your little piles here. Okay.
Almost like a drop biscuit.
It is. It's almost like a drop biscuit recipe, except it's a little sweet, you know.
Yeah.
It is kind of like a drop biscuit with sugar in it. So, River, I made these over the weekend. River likes to eat them plain without the strawberries. He had the strawberries on the side in a bowl, and he ate the biscuit as he went.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was really funny. So anyway, okay, so these are going to pop in the 450-degree oven for 11 to 12 minutes. Okay?
Yep.
And then when they are done, we will come back and show you what it looks like and how to plate it and eat it. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, bye. Recipe says 10 to 12 minutes. This is a perfect example of, I checked it at 10 and they're done.
All right. So that's what they need to look like.
Yeah, be sure not to overcook these. Until you've made them the first time, you're not going to know exactly how long it's going to take in your oven. So anyway, I'm going to pick one of these out, and I'm going to put it on the plate. We'll have a knife here.
And these are best served warm.
Actually, we don't even need to cut that.
Nope.
Okay, this is what the strawberries look like after they sit in juice for a few hours. Look at that. So we're going to put those on the shortcake with lots of juice. And then we're going to put some Cool Whip on there.
The shortcake needs to act like a sponge and absorb all that juice. And that's what makes it really good.
So delicious. Okay, now I just use Cool Whip. You can take the time and make some whipped topping, homemade if you want. I don't really care to do that. So I'm just doing the Cool Whip. And okay, Stace, I've got us a couple spoons to taste. I'll take the first taste.
Okay.
I barely got a biscuit in there.
Is it good?
Perfect.
Good.
Make sure you do not add that 3rd tablespoon of sugar.
You just don't need it.
You don't need it. Because when you get this Cool Whip on here and these strawberries that already have the sugar in them, you've got a nice, sweet, and a little bit tangy dessert here. And it's delicious. See how easy this is to make, guys? You can double that recipe and serve 12. You can half it and serve 3. And, I mean, this is one of the easiest recipes ever. So, anyway. Oh, Stace, did you want to try it?
I know I like it because I make this.
Yeah.
I like how the juice has been absorbed by the biscuits. See all that juice that's in there?
Yeah.
Makes it really good. Until next time,
it's Stephanie and
Stacy
with Cooking Times 2.